What's good, YouTube fam? This your boy's new channel, Cars and Cooley. Basically, just created this channel, to give you a perspective of my 2015 Jeep SRT and how my build is really going so far. I'm basically located here in the DFW area, specifically Forney, Texas. Got this truck probably back in like February, I think, before we moved into our house. Right, like the week before we moved into our brand new house is when I got this truck. And I basically got it because, I've been without a V8 for a while. I used to have a 2010 Mustang GT before I moved here to Texas from Mississippi. And basically I kept I kept the car probably like a good year before I got rid of it when I moved here. Then I got rid of it and ended up jumping in, started getting Audis and stuff, but I still needed that. I needed that V8. I needed that V8. So, yeah, when I got this, I just started building away, just started putting stuff on it, changing things, moving forward, trying to see what I can do as quickly as possible, especially going through this whole pandemic situation. And I'm working from the house, so I got time to do it. Let's go over a few things that I have did to the truck so far. One of the main things, obviously, is going to be the wheels, brakes. It obviously already comes with the 6-piston Brembos, but I did do the R1 concept drilled rotors, and I did the ceramic brake pads. I also went with the Belgian wheels with the Arturo, basically AZ 850s, and these wheels are 22-inch wheels. I also lowered the truck. I lowered the truck on Black Ops Swift springs. Now, we'll tell you this, disclaimer, those springs are usually sold out. I was able to get to him, and he was able to get some that somebody returned back to him, and he sent it to me. But whenever he gets them in, they're gray springs. I think they lower in the rear like 1.8, and the front is like 1.3, because the rear really sits high on these trucks. So that's to drop their rear quite a bit. It does give you some squat. It will give you some squat or whatever. You possibly will have to get alignment. I haven't gotten alignment yet. I haven't really needed to because it's not really that bad on my truck, but I have seen some people who have had like major camber, like serious camber. We go back to the rear. I have my exhaust, which is 100% custom exhaust by Kenny's Mufflers here in the DFW area. Exhaust sounds amazing. I love it. Definitely got to get it set up with a header package. Either I'm gonna go with the Cooks. I think I'm gonna go with the Cooks header. I really like the Cooks headers. I've always liked Cooks products. Next, basically got my tail lights did. My tail lights were did by Cole Automotive here in Forney, Texas. They've actually did all my installs. So basically what they did was paint it. They painted them, gave it that nice gloss look, but plenty of light shows through. Plenty of light shows through, Definitely where I won't have any trouble with law enforcement because of my tail lights. Because Texas sometimes can be real, stringent about that. Next is going to be how I also tinted the other lights. I tinted my marker lights. I did them myself, DIY, and I did the third brake light myself. And as you can see, I added the blacked out package because these Jeeps come with chrome. If you got a 17 plus, they do blacked out packages, but unfortunately I got a 15, so they weren't doing it then, so I had to do it myself. So got the emblem from Just for Jeeps and got the satin black emblem from Just for Jeeps as well regarding the SRT. Next, we're gonna just give you a little showing of the satin carbon mirrors that I have. I really like these. Gave it a more subtle look. I really like it. Also tinted the marker lights on those as well. The turn signal lights on those. And I did for the corner lights, this is also satin carbon fiber. What we're gonna do now is just check under the hood. Show you a few things I did on there. Honestly, I haven't did much under the hood because just taking my time trying to evaluate what I'm gonna do. Also, I have the peanut butter interior, panoramic sunroof, all that. Got my baby's car seat in the back, So let's just go under that hood, check on that, see how it look. Not much there. I'm just gonna give you a little showing of what I did so far. Now, only thing I really did under the hood is the JLT catch can, which works wonders. Like, that thing is pretty much halfway full off of probably like 4,000 miles, which is great. I also have the lead maker carbon fiber cold air intake. This thing has amazing craftsmanship on it. This is a beautiful intake. Video doesn't do it justice. He also sends you the breather for the air tube that hooks to the factory intake, because there is no hole for that anywhere on this intake. So he sends you the breather for that. It's only $249, so if you got a Jeep SRT, go to Leg Maker and order that intake, because I mean it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. More about that. It is like a 4-week layover. I did have to wait like a month to get it, obviously because of this pandemic, but in regards, because it's handmade. He hand makes these intakes, purely handmade. That's why I love it. I love that it's real handmade carbon fiber. So I mean, great craftsmanship on that. That's about all I did under the hood. Not too much. I've also did the blacked out package on the front. And the reason I did it on the front is because I'm just doing it now until I get the 17 plus bumper. I love the newer bumpers that's on the 17 plus Jeep SRTs and the Trackhawk. Basically because this is really rounded. If you look at it, it's a very rounded bumper. That's why I don't like the bumper that much. I like how aggressive the newer bumper looks, and that's what I'm going to change to. So that should be coming soon. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna do that or the headers first. Other aspects of my Jeep, what I plan on doing next is going to be the rear diffuser. I want to go to the Trackhawk rear diffuser, basically because I want to do quads. I want quads. I've been wanting to do quads since I got the truck, so that's going to be next. Obviously, I'm going to change out the diffuser, then I'm taking it right back to Kenny's, and they're going to throw quads on for me. I'm going to keep the exhaust the same. They're just going to switch out the tips, put on quads. So that's basically everything I've did to the Jeep so far. Haven't did too much. Like I said, I did the blacked out package all on here. I had to black all this out because all this was chrome, which is, don't know what they were thinking. Like, most companies, when they do, VA versions of certain cars, they don't really chrome them out, but this thing it's a very excessive amount of chrome on it. It was like kind of ridiculous. I was like, Jesus. So, had to get rid of all the chrome. I just cannot stand the chrome. I also cannot stand emblems. I also removed all the emblems off the side, took off the, Grand Cherokee, took off the Jeep on the top of the hood. Like, any emblem I took off. Only reason I can't take off the rears because those are basically recessed. The Jeep is recessed in there, so you can't take that off. And I wanted to just black out the SRT to make it, give it a real murder look. I really like the murder look. So yeah, this is pretty much it. Content to come in the future is just gonna be me doing new part updates when I go to events on the weekends, things like that, shows, different things. Here's why I call the page Cars and Cooley, because it's your boy Cooley, and then I'm gonna be showing you the cars. So also different things in regards to whenever I'm getting parts updated, whenever I'm getting the truck tuned. DIYs are going to be very important. I'm going to also go over things like, for example, how I did the brakes. I did all the brakes myself. I changed all the rotors and the brake pads myself. I'm going to give you a tutorial on how to do that with 6-piston Brembos and the 4-piston Brembos in the back. It's a very easy process, but it does take a little grunt work, so I'm going to go over how to do that. I'm going to go over basically install of stuff like under the hood, like how I went about installing the intake, different aspects of that, and things, anything else I do DIY. Also, we'll be giving updates to things I do that I get done at the shop whenever the truck goes in. The truck got more to come. I'm gonna tell you that. This truck is nowhere near finished. Nowhere near finished. But I do thank you for checking out this YouTube video, checking out my new channel. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know if you want to see me do anything DIY or anything of that sort, anything that you want to know about the truck that I did that you would like to do. If you have a Jeep SRT, or even if you have just a 392 under the hood wise, just let me know. Always here to, converse, learn things, teach things, let's just all help each other out. Let's be resourceful, all right? But appreciate you checking out the video. Like and subscribe.